Uranus retrograding through the 16th degree of Taurus. Now this is my sun, and I should be able to know what this is about. It was at this degree in May, earlier in the year, so I've got a sort of sense of what was going on for me at that time, and I've got the books to read, and I kind of have this process going on when I'm kind of reading the different commentaries from Jones and Rudyard and my own notes, and trying to align it not only with what I'm doing but what I'm feeling. And it has to be said that the feelings that I've had as Uranus has been crossing my sun have been quite remarkable, and they're very Uranian feelings. I feel fast. Everything I want to do is fast, and I change my mind sometimes because I have this idea and I want to act upon it, and then I actually find that doesn't work, so I do something else, and maybe that will, maybe that won't, and I'm just kind of a bit jittery in some mental sense. So that's the kind of energy of Uranus that I can feel working through me. But the mystery itself is applying to my sun, so it's the essence self. It's deep, essential stuff. It's not just a mood or a feeling or a series of behaviors even. They're clues. But the actual shift that is taking place is deep down. And it's that which I think that we need to consider within any Uranus transit. It's not just that it feels a certain way, which is exciting and vital, very energetic. It's surprising in what you find yourself doing, shocking to other people sometimes. It's all of that. Yeah. But if it's applying to the sun in this case, in my case, then you really have to kind of look at what's going on with that planet. It might be a different planet for some of you, and it might not be even transiting a planet, but it's changing something, and it's changing it permanently. These outer planets, they're big. They make a big difference. You don't really go back to where you were before after a transit of an outer planet. So here we have Uranus not only influencing the 16th degree of the Sabians, it's also being influenced by 16 Taurus. And that symbiosis occurs between the planet and its current residents. They interact. So Uranus is being treated to the wisdom of this degree as much as the degree is being energized by Uranus. Now, let me just read you the text here. Taurus 16, old man attempting vainly to reveal the mysteries. Revelation. Every single moment is new. We stand now in a new reality and find old wisdom is simply inadequate to explain what is the case now. It cannot guide us completely, and so we look for and find a new perspective. We try to explain it to others, but with few expectations and no attachment to success. So only when old ways have failed can new knowledge be found and presented. Perpetual attempts to deepen and express knowledge. The highest reward is process, not outcome. These are the sort of strap lines. The old man has an awareness of the mysteries. He's got his own take on the nature of reality, and he's trying to reveal that to other people. And he's having a hard time because they are invested in the old wisdom, how it's been before. Most of us, all of us almost, are very conservative in our thinking, in that we expect to happen again what has happened before. And Uranus particularly is emphasizing what is already present within this degree, that actually doesn't work indefinitely. And here we have a Sabian symbol that says we have to look again at wisdom. we have to come up with something that applies today to these situations. It's changed. It isn't the same as what it was, and so the wisdom that used to work may or may not work. Some of it won't work. Some of it needs to be replaced. And the job of this Sabian symbol is, acting through that old man, is to offer new ways. And these new ways must be equal to the old ways. And so the studying of the old ways is probable. But to repackage them, to relanguage them, to bring them up to today's way of thinking and responding to today's needs, this is the job of any real teacher, to keep the teaching up to date so that it just evolves. And when Uranus is in that degree, then you can expect an enlightened approach to updating old knowledge, because Uranus is the enlightener. And bringing it back to my own personal experience, I've actually sort of learned a lot from traditional sources over the years, and I've honoured them with a great deal of serious attention. And some of it is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Perhaps most of it is, but some parts just seem archaic. I can't find relevance in my life today for some parts of it, and other parts could be reworded, find a better way of expressing the principles which are timeless. And so it has been my recent activity to try to do that. I've come up with new ideas about how to do that, and these ideas are now being presented to see if they work. This year that's been the feature of this year for me. I'm trying out some new ideas with a group of people, and it's not just what I'm doing or even how I'm doing it that's changing for me. I'm actually thinking to myself, this is it. This is what I'm about. This is who I am. I needed to have these ideas in place and to try them out and to have my unique way of seeing the mysteries and to talk about how I see them in a company of other people that are willing to listen and put their own points of view. This is what I'm going through. And as we speak, I'm in the early days of presenting my new ideas to the world. And it's very invigorating and refreshing. It's a real thing, this Uranus energy. And of course, this is the retrogradation process, so I haven't finished. A little bit later, I'm going to be going through the final touches, the final presentation, the bringing it into finished form. But for now, I'm reviewing the situation. I'm just checking out that what I think might work is workable. Could I improve it? I'm going through that process, and I'm doing that very quickly. Uranus has given me this huge buzz of energy this year that I'm working fast and furiously through all that I have to do. I've got all the energy I need to get everything done. Mainly mental energy. It doesn't seem to be making me more physically lively. So that's my personal experience of Uranus going over my sun, and I can see that it ties in with the symbolism of Uranus bringing this awakened, enlightened, new look at how to be when you have the task in life of presenting old information in a new way and new information so that we can address the eternal curiosity we have for understanding the meaning of life. What is the mystery? How do we understand the mysteries? And Uranus is saying, well, this is another way of looking at them, as Uranus must do. But the other way around, what is the old man revealing the mysteries doing to Uranus? And I think this aspect of a transit is much ignored, and we ought to give it some attention. The sign influences the planet. The Sabian symbol changes the planet. We have to think about how now that planet is different when it goes on its way and starts to impact with other planets and other Sabian symbols. So we can expect that Uranus itself is actually going through this process of not being able to reveal its mysteries to the world in the way it wants to or used to. So finding a different way of revealing things. And so we might actually find new information is disclosed, a new take on things, a new teaching. That might come out of this experience of Uranus.